Okay, good morning everyone. Back again. So today we're going to do decimal places, and this is for functional skills level 1. You can also use it for entry level as well. What we're going to do is we're going to work through the lesson that I've done for you as usual. It's all here. And there are some exercises for you to do at the end. Now, the thing about some of these skills that we're doing in maths that might be quite useful for you to know is that these basic skills are what make us and allow us to do the more difficult questions. So what you might want to do is do some of these lessons, and also you can use any maths book that you can find and use some of the exercises in there for money or fractions or all the things and have a go at them. I'm going to give you some in the next few weeks. In fact, next week or the week after, I think I'm doing some more videos. We'll start doing problems. So I'm working up to us doing worked problems together. The videos just take some time, but what I'm trying to do is take you through an order so that you understand your skills and where they relate. So we're going to work through decimal places. And I know some of you in my classes have had difficulty with decimal places, so it's always good to go through them. They will help you with all the other things you have to do where you have to use decimal places. Right, enough of my rabbiting, let's go on. Okay, decimal places. What's the point? What's the point of decimal places? Well, they show us a fraction of something. That fraction is between 1 and 10. So I've got a little thing there. For example, if we look at a ruler, so if you can get a ruler now, I've got one here, but if you get one, it's even better. We can see there are whole numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And in between, there are little lines. These lines are fractional numbers, meaning they are less than 1. So last week or the week before, when we did fractions, we talked about fractions being less than 1, that they were something out of a particular number of a whole. And it says, think about your fraction, parts of videos and exercises. In short, it's like saying, I have a whole of something and a bit more. The bit more is the fraction, which in this case is expressed as a decimal. So a fraction and a decimal are exactly the same thing. One of them is just expressed in a different way. So a decimal is an expression of a fraction. Okay, so let's just take my numbers, sorry, my ticks off. I'm getting used to this now, look. Okay, so let's look at the ruler. So we can see, as I was saying before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can see all those numbers on that line, yeah? 1 to 10. Okay, and then in between, we've got these little bits here, like all these little bits here. You can see all these little bits here. So they are fractional numbers and they're decimals. And so here, what we have is, we have this number here, and we have this number here. And this number here is 0.5. So it's a half, so it's less than 1. And we can see that there, that it's less than 1. And then this number here, this one here, is 1.5. So that's 1 and a little bit. And if we count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can see that the line is on the 5. And then if we carry on, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that would make it 2. So we can see that these bits are between 1 and 10. Okay, so we know that these numbers in between 1 and 2, or 2 and 3, and 3 and 4, etc., are fractional numbers that are expressed as a decimal. Okay, let's just take these off so we can move down. Sorry, it takes a little bit of time. I hope you're all managing lockdown well. I know it's a change for you all, trying our best to make sure you're all right. Okay, so this is a decimal place value chart. Place value is another way of saying decimals, basically. Okay, so, excuse me. So we can see here quite clearly we have 3 numbers before the decimal place and 3 numbers after the decimal place. So these ones on this side, yeah, sorry, I've gone the other way. These numbers are whole numbers, and these numbers, sorry, again, you can laugh at me. These numbers are less than 1. Okay, so that's the way to think about it, that these are whole numbers, and these ones on the right-hand side are less than 1. And these are the decimals that you're thinking about. These are the ones that we're expressing and ordering. So you'll always know that this is the whole number. Okay, so let's just take that off and move down. It doesn't quite work the same way as an interactive whiteboard, but it'll do. And hopefully it should let me. It's always one thing, isn't it? Bear with me. For some reason. Okay, we'll just have to keep that there. Okay, so decimals are expressed using place value. Look at the table above. It will show where all the numbers go before 786 and after the decimal place, 432. So 7.86, 786.432 rather. So 786.432. Remember, the numbers before the decimal place are whole numbers, and the numbers after the decimal place are a fraction of a number or an extra bit. Now you'll be asked to do different operations, which means mathematical calculations with decimals, and we're going to work through different ones each week. The things you might be asked to order them in size or amount. That can be with a list, which we're going to do today, or it can be, you know, how much money does Susan, Michael and John have, and you have to order the amounts and maybe add, subtract, minus, divide and multiply. We're going to do all of those. Like I said, word problems, money, weights, lengths, area, perimeter, converting fractions to decimals and decimals to fractions, and working out percentages. All of these use decimals in some way. So we're going to work through a problem for each one. Today we're going to work through ordering decimals in size and amounts, and we'll do different videos on them. So let's work through a method. You know me, I always like methods. So ordering decimals, put these decimals in order of size. Sorry, I was just checking to make sure my ticker is working, which it is. So we've got these decimals, 0.7, 1.02, 0.23 and 0.09. And we have to put them in order of size. And there are 5 simple steps that you can use in this way for you to make sure that you get this right, so that you don't have to do it all in your head, so to speak. Methods are really useful for just helping you settle into maths without having to panic. So there is a separate table for this. I've got another one that you can do for exercises. So the first step is that we take the numbers and sorry, I'm just getting my stamp. We arrange all the decimals, with all the points lined up. So that simply means taking these numbers here and just writing them all down there. Don't worry about the order, just line them all up with the decimal points. So we've got 0.7, which is that one, 1.02, which is that one, so that one's done. 0.23, so that's that one, and 0.09. So that's step 1 done, okay? Step 2, make the numbers all the same by adding zeros. Scary, right? Yeah, no, I know. Okay, so what have we done to 0.7? We've added a 0 on the end, so it becomes 0.70. 1.02 stays the same. 0.23 stays the same, and 0.09 stays the same. But now we've got them all the same, which is something that we do in maths. We try and make things all the same. Now, step 3, take out the decimal points. Wow, scary, right? Keep going with it. So then we've got 0.70 turns into 70, 1.02 turns into 102, 0.23 turns into 23, and 0.09 turns into 9. So we're 3 steps in out of 5. How are we feeling? Right, let's go to the next bit. Arrange the new list in order of size. Well, you can do this. So we've got, I'm hoping I've done it right now. So you'll catch me out if I've made a mistake. 9, 23, 70, 102. Have I done it right? That's good because I'm on film. So now we've got them all in order. Brilliant. Step 4 done. Step 5, put the decimal places back. So we've got 0.09, 0.23, 0.70, and 1.02. There you then have your list of decimals going from smallest 0.09 to largest, which is 1.02. And if you want to check your work back, because number errors are quite common, I mean, we all make those number errors, we can just write things down wrong. You can check your list. 0.09, yes. 0.23, yes. 0.7, yes, I kept the 0 in there. You're right, you still get it right. And 1.02. So your numbers are the same. That is your fail-safe 5-point steps for doing decimal places. Right, let me get my eraser. This is going to take a little bit of time. I have to take all of these things out. Right, you've got, so while I'm doing this, I'll just talk to you. We've got some practice sheets for you to do. I've also got some fraction sheets, which I meant to add last week, and I slipped in my mind. But they can help you with, fractions of size and their shading. So I would carry on. I'm going to include those as well on this sheet later. Sorry, let's go back here. So that will be in relation to this, and it will also help you because you're ordering things visually. So the more that you can see something visually, like shading for fractions, and the more that you can order these in this or in using this method, the more that you'll be able to approach numbers that say to you in a word problem, okay, Margaret has £2.50. She buys 3 balls for 75p. How much has she spent, or what is left over, or what did Trevor bring, etc. Those kind of scenarios. This visualization of how much something is will really help you tackle those problems, which is what you have in the functional skills exams, right? So that's why I'm getting you to do all these different things. Okay, so you've got to practice 1, work through these worksheets, and there's an online worksheet as well. So let me just take you to both so that you can see. So this is the online worksheet. I'm just going to show you now. Hopefully it will go there. Yeah, that's just my relaxation music that I usually listen to. Okay, so you can go through all of this that it tells you, but you don't have to. Actually, what is really good about this site is at the very end, there's a multiple choice. And so you either get it right or get it wrong. Do you see what I mean? So you've got, these are more difficult, these ones, yeah? Can you see? So that's your challenge. You've got 5 there. And then let's just go back to here. But the one we're going to do now is this one. So this is the other page that you've got. It's ordering decimals. The answers are at the end. So there you go. You've got quite a few there. Okay, and then don't look. There are your answers there. Okay, so they're those. Let's go back. So I'm not going to go through. I've just gone through an example with you, so it would be the same. But what I have done is I have worked through the first one with you so that you can check it and feel confident in yourself. So taking the first question in the link, write each set of decimals in increasing order. So all of these numbers I've done, I think, yeah, I've done in this table for you using the steps. Yes, in increasing order. So you're going from small to large. So you can do it on your own, but also check it with the steps that I've given you. And if I've made a mistake, you can let me know, which is really great because that means you're doing it right. So use a sheet. I've done a separate sheet for you that has step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 in it. So you can fill it out as a table. You can print it, do it on screen, or even make your own table with pencil, rubber and ruler. Now, work through the other questions on the sheet. Answers are at the end. That's what I was saying about the decimal sheet. use a table. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes in maths. It is absolutely the only way that you can look at your numbers and go, what am I doing wrong? And the more you say to yourself, what am I doing wrong? Eventually, you will do it right. It will just take some time. Check your answers afterwards. I would try and do it first and then check your answers afterwards so that you can see where you went wrong, look at the steps. And it might just be something really simple like a number error. I wouldn't worry about number errors, meaning everybody makes number errors. I mean, you have to worry about them, but you know, they're normal is what I'm saying. Making mistakes helps you understand where you're going wrong in maths and helps you make it right. So you've got order in fractions, there's a sheet there, and then you've got the online one as well. And I will also add for you the fraction shading sheets as well. Okay, I hope that that was helpful for you, and I hope you're all doing well, and have a go at some money problems if you can get access to them. There are lots of things on Bite Size and Maths Online. I'm going to leave some things for you to look at. But just take care and know you're doing well and that you are still, you're still learning. Okay, take care. See you later. Bye.